Here's a hard truth most people refuse to accept. The more you try to control life, the more it slips through your fingers like water. Think about it. How many times have you poured everything you had into a job, a relationship, or a goal, only to watch it all crumble despite your best efforts? The exhaustion, the frustration, the crushing disappointment. Sound familiar? There's a saying that goes, if you want something, pursue it to the end and never give up. But what if I told you this popular advice is actually ruining your life? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers a revolutionary alternative. Not everything needs to be forced or controlled. Today I'm going to share 10 powerful methods that will completely transform how you approach life. These aren't just ideas, they're practical tools that have helped millions find peace, freedom, and genuine happiness. By the end of this, you'll understand why forcing less leads to achieving more. Before we begin, I have a challenge for you. Watch this entire video, don't skip a single part, and then apply what you learn for just 1 week. After 7 days, come back here and share what's changed in your life. Comment, go with the flow below, to accept this challenge and prepare to discover the profound wisdom of Stoicism. Your journey to freedom starts now. Principle 1. Live fully in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most powerful leaders, said something that should shake you to your core. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. Let that sink in. Right now, this very moment, is all you truly have. The past is gone. The future is a fantasy. This moment, this breath, this heartbeat, is your entire universe. How often do you sit with someone you love, only to realize your mind is somewhere else entirely? You're physically present, but mentally absent, missing the very thing you claim to value most. This isn't just sad, it's tragic. Imagine sitting under an ancient tree, feeling a gentle breeze on your skin, listening to birds sing their timeless songs. This moment contains everything you need for happiness. Not tomorrow's meeting, not last year's mistakes, not next month's goals. Just this. Here's your wake-up call. Every time your mind drifts to the past or future, you're robbing yourself of the only life you actually have. The present moment isn't just important. It's the only thing that exists. Practice this. Stop right now. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice your breath. Ask yourself, what can I experience fully in this exact moment? This simple practice will revolutionize your life. Start small. Set aside 5 minutes daily for complete presence. No phone, no distractions, just you and now. As you master this, you'll discover that happiness isn't something you achieve. It's something you experience when you stop forcing life and start living it. Principle 2. Embrace the beautiful chaos of impermanence. Heraclitus nailed it when he said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man." Everything changes, constantly, relentlessly, beautifully. Yet most of us spend our entire lives fighting this truth. We cling to relationships, jobs, feelings, trying desperately to freeze time. But here's what's fascinating. The very thing we resist is what makes life magnificent. Think about the seasons: spring's explosion of life, summer's intense energy, autumn's graceful transformation, winter's stark beauty preparing for rebirth. Each season is perfect precisely because it doesn't last. The same is true for every aspect of your life. Your joy will pass. Your pain will pass. Your triumphs and failures are all temporary passengers on your life journey. Understanding this doesn't diminish their value. It enhances it. When you know something is fleeting, you're more likely to appreciate it fully. Here's the revolution. Instead of asking, "How do I make this last forever?" start asking, "How do I fully experience this while it's here?" This shift in perspective is pure freedom. Impermanence isn't your enemy. It's your teacher. It whispers the most valuable lesson. Pay attention. This moment matters because it won't come again. When you truly grasp this, anxiety about the future and regret about the past lose their grip on you. Practice gratitude for impermanence itself. Right now, ask yourself, what in my life can I appreciate more deeply because I know it's temporary? The answer might surprise you. Principle 3. Discover the superpower of acceptance. Acceptance is the most misunderstood concept in personal development. It's not giving up, surrendering, or becoming passive. It's developing the inner strength to face reality as it is, not as you wish it were. Epictetus dropped this wisdom bomb. We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. Read that again. The power isn't in controlling what happens, it's in controlling how you respond. Think back to a moment when life hit you hard. Maybe you lost a job, ended a relationship, or faced a health crisis. Your first reaction was probably resistance, denial, anger. But what happened when you finally accepted the reality? Didn't things become clearer? Didn't you find a way forward? Acceptance doesn't mean liking what's happening. It means acknowledging what's real so you can respond wisely instead of reacting blindly. It's the difference between swimming with the current and exhausting yourself fighting against it. Here's the profound truth. What you resist persists. When you accept a situation, you stop feeding it with your fear and frustration. You create space for solutions to emerge naturally. Try this exercise. Identify something in your life you're currently resisting. Now ask yourself, what if I stopped fighting this and started accepting it? What would become possible? The answer will astound you. Acceptance is not a one-time event, it's a daily practice. Every morning when you wake up to whatever life has brought you, you have a choice. Resist and suffer, or accept and find your next right action. Principle 4. Master the art of letting go. Imagine holding a burning coal in your hand. The longer you hold it, the more it burns. Letting go isn't giving up. It's choosing to stop burning yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Most of our suffering comes not from external events, but from our inability to release what no longer serves us. What are you holding on to right now? Past mistakes, future worries, toxic relationships, unrealistic expectations? These aren't just thoughts. They're anchors keeping you stuck in place while life flows past you. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care enough about your peace of mind to release what you cannot control. It's one of the highest forms of self-love. Think of your mind as a room. Right now, it might be cluttered with resentments, regrets, and what-ifs. Letting go is like spring cleaning for your soul. You're not throwing away your memories or lessons. You're creating space for something better. Here's your practical letting go process. First, identify what's weighing you down. Second, acknowledge why you've been holding on. Third, consciously release it with gratitude for the lessons learned. Fourth, fill that space with something life-giving. Remember, letting go is not a weakness. It's the ultimate expression of strength. It says, I trust life enough to release control. When you master this art, you'll discover that the things worth having come to you naturally, without force. Principle 5. Transform your life through mindfulness. Mindfulness isn't just meditation or breathing exercises. It's the practice of being fully alive to your experience, without judgment, without resistance, without trying to change anything. Marcus Aurelius understood this deeply. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Mindfulness is where this power lives, in your ability to observe without being consumed. Picture this. You're having a stressful day. Thoughts swirl like a storm in your mind. Normally, you'd either get swept away by this storm or desperately try to control it. But mindfulness offers a third option. Become the sky that contains the storm without being threatened by it. Start with this simple practice. Throughout your day, ask yourself, What's happening right now? Not what happened yesterday or what might happen tomorrow, but right now. This question anchors you in reality and dissolves unnecessary suffering. Mindfulness reveals a stunning truth. Most of our problems exist in our heads, not in reality. When you become present, you often find that this moment is manageable, even when your thoughts suggest otherwise. Try this experiment. For 1 hour today, bring total attention to every action. Feel your feet as you walk. Taste your food. Listen to conversations fully. Notice how this changes your experience. The goal isn't to empty your mind. That's impossible. The goal is to change your relationship with your thoughts. Instead of being them, you observe them. This creates space between stimulus and response, where your freedom lives. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Mindfulness gives you the clarity to respond wisely instead of reacting automatically. Principle 6. Use silence as your secret weapon. In a world that never stops talking, silence has become revolutionary. But here's what most people miss. Silence isn't just the absence of noise, it's the presence of wisdom. Epictetus taught, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Yet most of us spend our entire lives in a constant stream of mental chatter, missing the profound intelligence that emerges in quiet moments. Think about your last major insight or breakthrough. Where did it come from? Probably not from thinking harder, but from a moment of stillness when the answer simply appeared. Silence allows you to hear three critical voices: the voice of intuition, the voice of wisdom, and the voice of peace. These voices are always available, but they're drowned out by the noise of constant mental activity. Here's a powerful practice. Create intentional silence in your day. Not just external silence, but internal silence. Periods where you're not trying to figure anything out, not planning, not analyzing, just being present with whatever is. In conflicts, instead of immediately reacting with words, try responding with silence first. This creates space for understanding and prevents regrettable reactions. Silence in these moments isn't passive. It's profoundly active, requiring tremendous self-control. Ask yourself, when did I last experience true silence? What wisdom might be waiting for me there? The answers will amaze you. Remember, the most powerful communication often happens in silence. When you stop trying to fill every space with words, you create room for genuine connection and understanding. Principle 7. Find freedom in the journey, not the destination. Most people live their entire lives postponing happiness, thinking, "I'll be happy when I get that job, that relationship, that house." But happiness isn't a destination. It's a way of traveling. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true value lies not in achievements, but in the journey itself. Think about climbing a mountain. The peak is the goal, but the real treasure is what happens along the way. The challenges overcome, the landscapes witnessed, the strength developed. If you focus only on the summit, you miss the wildflowers at your feet, the fellow travelers you meet, the stunning views from each plateau. Life works the same way. When you're obsessed with outcomes, you rob yourself of the richness of the process. Ask yourself this revolutionary question: can I find joy in what I'm doing right now, regardless of the outcome? This isn't about lowering standards. It's about discovering that the process itself can be fulfilling. Here's the paradox. When you stop forcing outcomes and start enjoying the journey, better results often follow naturally. You perform better, feel better, and attract better opportunities because you're operating from a place of presence rather than desperation. Consider relationships. When you focus only on where the relationship is going, you miss the beauty of where it is right now. When you focus only on achieving fitness goals, you miss the joy of movement, the satisfaction of effort, the pleasure of taking care of your body. Practice this. At the end of each day, ask yourself, what did I enjoy about the process today, independent of any results? Watch how this simple shift transforms your daily experience. Principle 8. Discover wealth in simplicity. Children laugh at falling leaves, find magic in puddles, and see dragons in clouds. They're not enlightened. They're simply uncluttered by the adult obsession with complexity and accumulation. Marcus Aurelius captured this wisdom. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. True wealth isn't found in having more, but in needing less. Look around your life right now. How much energy goes toward acquiring, maintaining, and worrying about things that add little real value? How often do you overlook simple pleasures while chasing complicated dreams? Here's a profound shift. Instead of asking, "What do I need to add to be happy?" ask, "What can I remove to find peace?" This isn't about deprivation, it's about clarity. When you remove the unnecessary, the essential becomes visible. Simplicity reveals joy hiding in plain sight. A good conversation with a friend, the taste of your morning coffee, the feeling of sunlight on your skin. These aren't consolation prizes for not having more, they're the actual treasures of life. Start a simple practice. Each day, notice 3 simple things that bring you joy. Commit to experiencing them fully without the mental overlay of, "If only I also had." Real wealth is measured not by what you own, but by what you can enjoy without owning. When you discover this, you realize you're already rich beyond measure. Principle 9. Transform your life through gratitude. Gratitude isn't just good manners, it's a radical technology for happiness. It's the practice of recognizing that life is constantly giving you gifts, even when they don't look like gifts. Marcus Aurelius began each day by reminding himself, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This isn't positive thinking. It's accurate thinking about the miracle of existence. Here's what changes everything. Gratitude is not for big things only. It's for breathing freely, having clean water, the ability to see, the capacity to think. When you become grateful for what most people take for granted, scarcity thinking dissolves. Consider Viktor Frankl, who found reasons for gratitude even in concentration camps. He wrote, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." If gratitude was possible there, what excuse do any of us have? Practice this daily. Before complaining about anything, find 3 things in that same situation to appreciate. In traffic, appreciate having a car, the time to think, the safety of modern transportation. Gratitude rewires your brain to notice abundance instead of lack. It shifts you from "why me" to "look at all this." This isn't denial of problems. It's recognition that problems exist within a larger context of blessings. Ask yourself right now, what can I be grateful for in this very moment? Start there. Let gratitude become your default setting and watch your entire world transform. Principle 10. Find strength in solitude. In our hyper-connected world, solitude has become almost extinct. Yet it's in these moments alone that we discover who we truly are, beneath all the roles and masks we wear for others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Solitude isn't loneliness. It's the practice of being comfortable with your own company, your own thoughts, your own existence. Most people fear solitude because it removes all distractions and forces them to face themselves. But this is exactly why it's so powerful. In solitude, you can't hide from your truth, your dreams, your fears, or your wisdom. Think about it. When was the last time you spent substantial time alone? Not watching TV, not scrolling your phone, not working, just being with yourself. If you can't remember, you're missing out on one of life's greatest gifts. Solitude provides clarity. Away from the opinions, expectations, and energy of others, you can hear your own inner voice. You can reflect on your values, reassess your direction, and reconnect with your authentic self. Practice this. Schedule regular solitude appointments with yourself. Start with 30 minutes. Sit somewhere quiet and simply be present with whatever arises. No agenda, no meditation technique, just open awareness. Solitude reveals that you are complete within yourself. You don't need constant stimulation, validation, or company to be okay. This realization is profoundly liberating. When you're comfortable being alone, you're never truly alone. You've found the one companion who'll be with you your entire life, yourself. The revolutionary truth about not forcing. Here's what changes everything. The most powerful force in the universe isn't effort or willpower, it's alignment. When you stop forcing and start flowing, you tap into an intelligence far greater than your individual mind. Life has its own rhythm, its own timing, its own wisdom. Your job isn't to control this flow, but to participate in it skillfully. This doesn't mean passive resignation, it means active cooperation with reality. Think about water. It doesn't force its way through obstacles. It flows around them or waits patiently for an opening. Yet water can reshape entire landscapes over time. This is the power of not forcing. In relationships, not forcing means allowing people to be who they are while maintaining your own boundaries. In career, it means taking inspired action without attachment to specific outcomes. In personal growth, it means supporting your natural evolution instead of trying to force yourself into some ideal. Here's your practice for the next week. Before taking any action, pause and ask, am I forcing this, or am I flowing with this? Notice the different feel in your body. Force creates tension. Flow creates ease. As you implement these 10 principles, you'll discover something remarkable. Life becomes effortless, not because it gets easier, but because you stop making it harder than it needs to be. Remember, you don't have to force things to happen. You have to become the kind of person for whom the right things happen naturally. That's the secret the Stoics understood and that you now possess. This is your new beginning. We've covered 10 principles that can revolutionize your life. But here's the truth. Knowledge means nothing without application. These ideas are seeds that need to be planted in the soil of your daily experience. Your challenge is simple but profound. For the next 7 days, choose one principle and live it fully. Don't try to do them all. Master one deeply. Notice what changes in your internal experience, your relationships, your work, your peace of mind. Then come back here and share your story. Your experience might be exactly what someone else needs to hear. Remember this. Life is not happening to you. It's happening for you. When you stop forcing and start flowing, when you stop controlling and start trusting, when you stop resisting and start accepting, you align yourself with the fundamental forces of existence. You have everything you need for a meaningful life already within you. You just need to stop forcing your way toward happiness and start allowing happiness to emerge naturally from the present moment. Take a deep breath. Feel the enormous relief of not having to force anything. Feel the freedom of accepting what is while moving gracefully toward what could be. Your transformation begins now, not with more effort, but with more ease. Not with more force, but with more flow. Not with more control, but with more trust. Welcome to the art of living naturally. Welcome to the power of not forcing. Welcome to your liberated life. The universe is waiting to support you. All you have to do is stop getting in your own way.